Today, we are going to call 8 different coin shops and find out what they're selling 1-ounce silver rounds and 90% silver for. Let's get them on the phone. Hey, could you tell me what you're selling 1-ounce rounds for today?
We are actually, we have, not the plain, 1-ounce rounds. We have, the Canadian Maples. We have, Austrian Philharmonics.
Gotcha.
The different ones like that. We don't have any of the American Eagles, however, though.
Okay, so no generic rounds, no, just basically Maples.
Right.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
how much more do you sell those for than you sell rounds when you have them?
Those are about $30.20 at the moment.
Okay. All right. What about 90? Do you have any 90% dimes, quarters, halves?
We have, I believe, a small amount on hand. We don't have anything significant.
Gotcha. And what does that sell for?
About $23.70 per dollar face.
$23.70 per. And you don't have a whole lot of it, though?
Yeah, not at the moment.
Yeah, I understand. Everything's crazy right now.
Exactly. Yeah, everything we have come in turns around and goes right back out the door.
Wow. All right. Well, hey, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so coin shop number 1, out of rounds, almost completely out of 90% as well. Just a little bit. They had at $23.70. They did have some maples that they were selling at $30.20 per ounce, which actually is not a bad premium. It's like $5 over spot, $25.14. You can see at the time of this call recording. So that's actually only 5 over spot. I'm not saying that 5 over spot is great or anything. Don't get me wrong, but given what everything is selling for right now, the fact that they have those at just 5 over really isn't too bad in today's market. So let's get coin shop number 2 on the phone and see if they even have any, and if they do, how much they're selling it for. But before we do me a favor, make sure you're subscribed if you haven't done so yet. We are on our way to 125,000 subscribers, and we would definitely appreciate your support in doing so. Additionally, I want to tell you about this awesome giveaway from our channel sponsor, SD Bullion, where you could win a full monster box of 1-ounce silver eagles. Check it out. SD Bullion is at it again. Last year, they gave away a full monster box of 2022 silver eagles. Now this year, they're doing it with a full monster box of 2023s. If you want your chance to win a full sealed monster box of 2023 silver eagles, make sure you head over to sdbullion.com/silverseeker or click the link in the description below. Thank you to SD Bullion for sponsoring today's video. Yeah, could you tell me what you're selling rounds for today?
Rounds are $31, and 10-ounce bars are $300.
So 30 an ounce for 10 ounce, so a little bit cheaper. Gotcha. Do you 30 an ounce for 10 ounce bars? Is that what you said?
Yeah, they're 30 an ounce, 300 a bar.
Gotcha. Oh, do you have any 90?
Yeah, it's 24 on dimes and quarters and 25 on halves.
All right. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
All right, so shop number 2, 24 on dimes and quarters, 25 on halves, and they do have rounds in stock for 31. They also said they had 10-ounce bars for 30. So 30 is $5 an ounce over spot, roughly. 31 for 1-ounce rounds is $6 an ounce over spot, roughly. So their rounds are a little bit more expensive than the first shop's Maples, but additionally, they actually had 10-ounce bars that were around the same shop, the same price as Maples. If I had the choice between the Maples from shop 1 and the 10-ounce bars from shop 2, of course, I'm always going to take the Maples. They're 4 9s instead of 3 9s fine, and additionally, they are actually government minted coins, so I will always choose those, even though I prefer rounds. And I've done many videos on showing, how it's better just to get more silver for your money. If you can get things like Maples for the same price you can get rounds for, why not buy the Maples? All right, let's get coin shop number 3 on the phone and see what they have. Hey, could you tell me what you're selling rounds for today?
We are $4.25 over spot.
Oh, that's not bad. Do you have any 90 in stock?
We have some quarters and some mercury dimes.
All right, quarters and what do you sell it for?
The quarters are $5.50 a piece. We have them in for rolls. They'd be $2.20 a roll.
Okay. And the dimes the same price?
They're $2.30 a piece, and the roll would be like $1.15, I think.
Sounds good. All right. Hey, thank you so much.
Yep, anytime.
Bye. All right, so that shop that I just called is actually the shop that offered really good numbers when we called around and tried to sell 500 1-ounce silver rounds back in March. That shop is really showing great. 425 over for 1 ounce rounds, which is cheaper than shop number 2 for sure. But additionally, the 550 per quarter, that's only 22 times face on 90%. I know 22 times face is still a lot, but given today's market, that's really not bad. So I am actually going to, I know I've said I don't normally reveal shops names, and I'm not going to in this video, but I am very soon going to call that shop, see if I can speak to the owner, and see if he'd be willing to come on camera, because that shop has been very fair in the 2 times that I have called them, and they definitely deserve to be called out. That is really, really good numbers. Love to hear from them. They offered really good on those rounds back when we were, and this was before the banking, by the way, before the whole banking crisis was, shot everything up. They offered us, they're the ones that offered us $2 an ounce over spot for 1 ounce rounds. This was back on March 2nd. So this shop, really good shop. I can't imagine. I mean, I wonder what they're offering for right now with where the numbers are. If they just stayed where they were, they're like, you know what, we still buy for 2 over, we still sell for 425 over. Either way, great shop. So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you subscribe for a future video, because we are, assuming that the owner's okay with it, going to get them on the phone, maybe even for an interview, but at the very minimum, talk about how great of a shop they are. And that's the kind of local coin shop you should be looking for. Very impressive. So we have one more shop to call. Then we're going to call some 2-party consent states that I can't record, but I'll give you the data from them as well. Let's get shop number 4 on the phone. Yeah, you guys have rounds. Can you tell me what you're selling them for?
Say that again?
Do you guys have rounds, and can you tell me what you're selling them for?
Right now, I'm totally out of rounds.
Okay. Any other silver, like maples or anything?
No, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Well, I take that back. I've got some koalas and some kookaburras, but I don't have a price on those right now. I can probably look them up easy enough. But,
That's all right. Those are usually a little bit too high premium for me. What about 90%?
Yeah, that's I do have 90%.
Okay. What do we got that for today?
It's 22 times face right now.
22. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, sure. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so coin shop number 4 had no silver rounds in stock, no maples, basically nothing except for some koalas and kookaburras, which I wasn't interested in the price on those because those are, higher premium semi-numi, which is not what this video is about. So I didn't want to waste his time looking those up. It wasn't worth his time or mine. 90%, however, 22 times face, which is basically what shop number 3 was offering his quarters for. So that's really not bad at all, especially given the current market. So it's looking like we have some pretty decent numbers in this current market situation from local coin shops, and that is really nice to see. But we have 4 more shops to call. Now, these are going to be 2-party consent states, so I can't actually record the call, but I will share the data with you because I can absolutely call them and get the data for you and share it right here on the video. So let's get coin shops 5, 6, 7, and 8 data on the screen. All right, so I made the calls and I put the data together, and now I have the cards to show you. Let's get started. So coin shop number 5 out of the great state of Florida down south, we have rounds at $32 an ounce. That is quite high at $6.90 over spot. That is way too high at $32 in my opinion, and their 90% wasn't much cheaper, $28 per dollar for halves, $27 per dollar for dimes and quarters. Now, of course, since I'm actually naming the states, unlike I do with the ones where I actually record, keep in mind that this is only one shop out of probably hundreds in the state of Florida. So that doesn't mean Florida has high prices. It just means that that shop that I called in Florida does. So make sure you shop around, especially in Florida. Don't go to a shop that gives you numbers like this. Number 6, we have Montana. Montana had rounds at $30 an ounce, so definitely a little bit lower at $4.90 over spot. However, their 90% dimes and quarters and halves were all $25 per dollar. Looking at shop number 7, we called California. They actually had a really good price on rounds at $29.50 per ounce. That is only $4.40 over spot. Not bad, but their 90% was also quite high at $25 per dollar. And finally, we called Vermont. This is shop number 8. They had rounds at $31 per dollar, which is $5.90 over spot. 90%, they were all over the place. They had halves at $26 per dollar. That is sky high, but they had dimes and quarters at below our average of the coin shops that we called at $23 per dollar. And again, Vermont, much, much smaller state than Florida, but still multiple coin shops in Vermont. So that doesn't mean it's all of Vermont that's high. It just means that this shop was a little high on rounds and 90% halves, but a really good price on dimes and quarters. All right, so let's look at all 8 shops on the screen. So you can see shop number 1 was out, but they had 90% at $23.70. They said they didn't have a whole lot. Shop number 2, they had rounds at $31 a piece, dimes and quarters at $24, and 90% silver halves at $25. Shop number 3, $29.39 per ounce for 1 ounce rounds, a very good price, and their 90% was really good as well. This is the shop that I'm going to call maybe in the next week or two and see if they'd be interested in being on the channel, and we can reveal where they are at that point. But very, very good numbers. That's the second time we've called them, and they've surprised us with great numbers. Shop number 4 actually had 22 per dollar for 90% as well, but was out of 1 ounce rounds. Shop 5, we already talked about, as well as Shop 6, 7, and 8. But you can see Shop 5, 6, 7, and 8 all in the red with a couple of green splatterings. Shop number 3 is green flat out. And we don't know what Shop number 4 would have been on 1 ounce rounds. They just didn't have them in stock. So there you have it, guys. That is all of the data, and I will do more of these in the future. So like I said earlier, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss those. And I did just want to kind of interject and add a little bit of my personal opinion to some of the comments that I get about these videos. One of them is that I waste a coin shop's time, and then 2 is that they're not very important because, of course, everyone knows to shop around. Well, to the first point, I will say that while I do admit that when I call these shops, I'm taking a little bit of their time, I assure you that most of the shops, if not all of them that I call, do this every single day. It's part of doing business in a coin shop to have people call and ask what certain prices are on rounds, bars, eagles, whatever it may be. This is very normal in this industry. So yes, I'm taking a little bit of their time, but it's very important that I do these calls, and that's where we get into point number 2, I should say, and that's that these don't matter. Well, I just want to say that while it might be second nature to me and even to you to always go to multiple places, get multiple numbers, it's not second nature to everybody. And I have gotten many comments on these videos from people saying that videos like this have really helped them and showed them how important it is to shop around. So while yes, again, it may be second nature to me and you, it's certainly not that way to every single person. So I'm glad I can do these videos and bring them to you, and hopefully it helps as many people as possible. And I mean, remember, these videos are my most liked videos on my entire channel. The like to dislike ratio of almost every one of these is over 99%. So thank you for liking and watching the videos, and hitting that like button really helps YouTube recommend these videos to others. So I really appreciate you doing that. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for being subscribers, watching my videos, and hanging out on the channel. It really means a lot. I'm going to put a video up here. If you want to hear some insights from a great coin shop called My Not Coin and Bullion, make sure you click that video and watch it right now. It was a great interview and tons of insight from him. Of course, we'll have him on again in the future as well. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.